Hello everyone and welcome back to Niche, the tribe of Scorching Sands, where we are learning to survive and thrive in a very harsh and hostile environment that is very prone to fires. And we just had one that just went out, and we have managed to find some more berry bushes because of it, and we're actually doing pretty well on food. We had these guys set up here at the portal ready to go, but I think we may try and stay here just for a little bit longer because we, right now, are actually finding a decent amount of food. And I think we might be able to survive on this island. We just had to get ready to go because there was a fire and we weren't sure if we were going to be able to evade it. So we're starting a new day here, and I think we have a few more days before fires start again. And the nice thing about the fires is that they actually will show you where the berry bushes are. And we have, okay, there we go. We can change her gem color, so all the ones that are on yellow are the ones that are not going to be used for breeding because we have duplicate genetics. And excuse me for a bit as I try to get back into the feel of things. I may not be the very best at remembering where all of everything is. So let's look at her. She has F and D, okay. And she is just a normal gatherer, and I think KF, and we have, do we have a male somewhere who had CD? I think, do we want to use Kirdukir? We are trying, so we have defenders and slash fishers, and then we have our breeding line. So CD, KF, I think these guys could breed. So I'm going to try and keep him over here. I'm going to keep these guys close together, and then we have KD, FD, okay, no, that's the older one. So Nuku, KD, BF. Okay, these guys are our other breeding line. And I'm going to put them up here, and we'll keep them kind of close. And then we have our defender line, which are, oh, pardon me, too, my throat is kind of clogged for a moment. Do we want AF, and KC. I think we wanted to breed these guys. Let's make sure we start doing that. And I'm actually going to put these blue ones here. Is she... I'm going to take her off of blue and put her on pink because I think that'll be better. Blue right now is our defender slash... Oh, we also have these two. Okay. BF, CD. Okay, these guys will be good to breed. Did somebody just steal food? Someone better not have stolen food. Oh, you just stole food. Excuse you. All right, he has duplicated genes, right? Genetics and genes. That's what happens when I combine words. I create memes. He has combined genetics of theirs, so I think we'll take him off of alpha and put him on beta, and he'll be, or actually even on omega, he'll be one of our wandering ones. He'll help make sure that we can gather food from there. And let's see if we'll have her gather from these. They'll be staying there. And we have these guys are our breeding pair, right? They've almost passed away. They're about to pass away. So we should probably make sure we breed, or no, we already have their genes. F and D, B and C, CD, FB, and then we have those as well. We don't have C amongst those, but we're pretty close. So these guys can go off of orange. They'll go on to yellow to show that they're no longer being used for breeding. And I'm going to have them probably use their last days to collect some of this cactus here, because we're not going to need to be breeding them anymore. And La Isra will collect some cactus, because we do kind of have to keep our population down as well. So the cactus is actually a really good way of naturally controlling the population, because you have creatures who will gather from it, and it's not, they're using their lives to gather food, which is still important. You don't need to stick around, do you? FD, CD, BF, yeah, so we don't need this guy either. And so they'll still be using their lives well, but they also won't be consuming as much food because they will naturally just die quicker. And so that's kind of, it's a good way of natural population control, which is kind of similar to the wild in many ways, because in the wild some creatures will just naturally be a little bit weaker and will just naturally die off sooner, and that will keep their genetics from being the ones that'll be passed on, usually in the case of the weaker genetics. And so in a way that's kind of replicating that. Okay, Duke here doesn't need to be a breeding creature either. But we do have a blue male, right? We do. These guys can breed, and they probably should breed pretty soon here. Duke. Oh, he was supposed to be CD. Okay, who has better genes amongst these guys? Okay, they're identical in the first bit, identical in the second bit. There's only one difference. And so we're going to keep Duke here because we'll keep both of them because then we could breed both at... Well, I guess we could breed both at once anyway. We'll keep them both just for now, though. And we'll have these guys. These guys are going to be a breeding pair. We'll have them linger over here. These guys are going to be a breeding pair. And then KF, KC, we shouldn't be breeding these guys, but I'm going to keep Roku around just because if we do need to breed some of their children, perhaps, then he might be a good place to start looking to breed there. And I think that sums up pretty much what we need to do with these guys. So we'll go ahead and start a new day. And no fires. Oh, there is a fire over here. But other than that, that's good. But that does mean they can start again, so we need to be kind of cautious. She should be on yellow all the way around. And I'm actually going to make sure we gather from here first because we have had a wanderer running around and stealing food. I'm actually going to cross through the burnt area and kind of look over here a little bit more. Our goal will eventually be to take the whole island, and that way if fires do start, we'll just be able to kind of evacuate everybody out of the way, and then we'll be okay in the end. Lysra is probably going to move on, and what I'll do actually is I'm going to move some of these guys this way. We'll move one pair. BF and CD will move one pair this way, and then the other pair will stay here, and so then we can still be utilizing all of them to their maximum effectiveness. They'll still all have a job to do and be able to be doing it. And then Lysra will start exploring some of this area. Some of the grass grows back, so that makes it a little bit difficult to keep everything clear. But we will be trying to keep as much clear as we can. Someone's digging, it sounds like. I'm going to have Roku explore here. And let's breed these guys. They are suffering a little bit because of the heat, but it shouldn't be too terrible. She only has a few days left, though, so we need to work on breeding them as soon as we can here. And he'll be on pink. And, oh, hey, he took our food. No. We're going to attack pretty much everyone. Does he even have... He does have some different genetics, but he has a lot of terrible ones as well. Unless we find a creature with excellent genetics, we're going to attack pretty much anyone that we find to stop them from stealing our food. He'll probably end up passing away pretty quickly here. Yep, he's gone. Okay. Because we need to keep them from stealing our food. Unfortunately, this is going to be a very brutal world where we can't afford to, we have to be very territorial because otherwise there will not be enough food to last. And to perpetuate our tribe, it's going to have to mean that we will attack pretty much all the others. Any other creatures that show up. Alright, so I'm actually going to move these guys a little bit further this way, and what we'll do is we'll set these two up where they can be gathering from right here. And you can continue to explore this way. We'll explore some of this grass. We have a lot of nesting material right now, so that's a good thing. And then these guys, so we have CA. We need to keep breeding, though, because we got to get a female. Oh, no, I didn't. Oh, that was wasteful. That was real wasteful. Okay, we'll keep gathering from here. And you can start venturing up this way. We should also check for fires and make sure we don't have any starting anywhere near us. Oh, there is one up there that we'll have to keep an eye on. So we kind of, basically our tactic will be if we have to, we'll retreat to the ports because I do not want to get stranded in a fire. That would be very, very bad. So we'll keep an eye on it. All of these creatures will be okay to go out a little bit closer because if we do get close to the fire, then they can just run away. But we want to make sure we keep our breeding creatures at a spot where they can safely retreat if they have to. So these guys are the furthest away. If we start seeing fires popping up, especially right here, we will pull them back. And we should have enough room on this port to be able to escape everyone if we have to. And let's see here. I think let's continue to go this way. And you can explore some of that grass and try and dig if you can. All right. There's a fire right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have these guys start to pull back, because if we have to run, we're going to have to run back to the ports. And so I'm going to have these guys pull back a little bit. These guys will go this way, and we'll have them gather. Isana can gather. I'm going to gather quite a bit of food this turn, even from the cactus, because if we get to the point where we have to flee a fire, we may not have the chance to gather as much food as I would like on those turns, and so we need to be ready to have food stored up just in case disaster strikes. Let's make sure we're gathering from there, and let's move you. You can sit on the ports, and let's move you here. We can gather from here, and we will head... Where are we gonna head? We're gonna go... You can come over here and gather from this cactus. And I will keep these guys right there. Those guys will stay there. I think we have pretty much everyone moved to where they need to move. And what we want to do is watch for fires that pop up really close. That one will now is smoldering. This one is going to be the biggest threat. And it seems like, I think it was even in a drought here, but it's no longer in a drought. All right, I'm going to cautiously come back up here, gather, and then retreat again. And we'll come over this way. We'll make sure we're gathering from there. We'll make sure we're gathering here. I might pull some of these guys back just a little ways, because we probably need to make sure we're collecting from all of the available cactus as well. And we had another male. Darn it. All right. Let's make sure we breed, because we are slowly losing food, and that's a concern. We'll make sure we're gathering from this cactus. We can move this way and gather from this cactus as well. I did not actually know there was a cactus there. That was just a really lucky guess. Let's make sure we move over here and we're continuing to gather. We have to have all of our omegas on full gathering right now because we are losing food. And that is not a good thing. That is not what we want to see, especially with a fire approaching. And we'll make sure we're gathering the grass as well. All right, here we go. We've got that fire still there. It's not spreading yet. That one, however, is spreading, but that's quite far away. When you have a really big fire, it can actually burn out the grass so that you can actually see where the vegetation will be growing, which is kind of nice. All right, we'll gather there. Okay. We'll gather here. Why don't you pop up here and gather? You can pop over here and gather. And you can come down here and start gathering from some of those cactus. We'll gather here. I'm going to breed these guys together just so that we make sure, for one thing, if a rogue shows up, it won't be an issue. Okay, we did have a female born. KF, CF, CA, KF, CA, and what are you? KF. Okay, KF and CA, you guys are going to be the next alpha pair, and we'll destroy these nests. Do we have, we can try, well, we'll just dig, I think. And then Nuta is going to be an Omega. He'll be a fighter. And these guys are both on alpha, and they will be our blue pair. So we want to make sure we probably breed. Let's breed these guys as well. We just won't nest right away, and that'll help keep down on not having excess creatures, but also being ready to breed right off the bat. We'll have him try and gather. You can gather here. Keep an eye on that fire because we don't want it to take a risk if we don't have to. And let's continue. I think our food stores are starting to go back up, so that is good. Oh, this will definitely bring them back up, and that has also put out the fire. All right. Gather. Whoa, no you don't. No you don't. No, you don't get our berries. These are our berries. If you come bother us, we will attack you. Actually, Tadukro. Tadukro might be worth inviting because we have big ears. We don't have the antlers, which would be nice, but we might be able to breed those in. He doesn't have the poison fangs, but again, I think, do we have those unlocked? We can't actually access his mutation menu, which makes sense. Do we have poison fangs? We don't actually have poison fangs unlocked, so that could be kind of difficult. Does he actually introduce any new genes? We have K. We have C. C. B. Do we have A? We have A in this line. So I don't think we really need him, so we're actually going to attack him. And he's going to end up getting chased off because we're going to need that food. And let's see here. We didn't actually get to breed those guys together. We'll gather the food from there. And let's come over here. We'll gather from here. We'll gather from here. We can sit here and prepare to gather from that cactus as well. We'll gather from the normal bush first before the cactus. And yeah, I don't see much over here. And Nuta is going to start making his way away, I think. We'll continue to try and dig up this place, but I'm not sure if we'll be able to. Alright. How are these guys doing on age? We're still doing alright. Let's start a new day. Who's taking damage and why? Oh, that would be one of the loners. Okay. And you can gather here. I'm going to breed them together so that we have a baby on the way. And we'll probably need to start breeding again because we are going to lose some of our gatherers here. So we probably do need to start breeding. Let's have you gather, and then you can nest. And we'll start breeding. We'll start nesting some of these guys. And I'm going to have you guys nest. And that way we will be able to replenish some of the population that has died up due to having to gather from the cactus. And remember, it's not that our cactus collectors are any less valuable than the others. It's just that they tend to have to live a more risky lifestyle in order to find food and in order to sustain themselves and their tribe. So it's not that they're any less valuable. They just have to be. That it's part of one of the problems that comes with survival. Oh. Alright, let's bite, and then the good thing about these guys is they're really, really good at running away. Let's breed a nest, and then I'm going to open this area so that she can run this way, and hopefully that Barina will not follow. Oh, hey! No, he's stealing food again. You, sir... Okay, he's already gone. And then you can come down here. We'll gather, breed, nest, gather. These guys will be ready to breed pretty soon here. And they both do, they both have the tail and they both have the claws and they both have the water body, which is very good. That's what we want to see. Unfortunately, neither one of them have the antlers, so hopefully we will start to get those in again very soon. There we go. We'll gather some of that away. And are you able to... No, I should be moving him up, darn it. Alright, we'll start moving some of the ones up this way to help fight that Barina. Alright, here we go. And the Barina went this way. So let's come back over here-ish. And we'll make sure we're gathering there. And then all of these guys are going to make their way up here, all of these defenders, because we will have to fight that Barina probably. Let's move. I don't actually want to put her up there because I'm a little afraid that if we do, she might take damage. I'm going to put him there because I don't want... He'll at least... He won't get one-shotted. If it's a baby, they get one-shotted, and that's exactly what we don't want to see. Let's make sure we're gathering from these as well. We'll come over here. We shall breed and then nest. There we go. And we'll breed here. And we can continue to try and dig, but I don't think we're going to get anything out of there. And then, yeah, pretty much everyone is doing all right. All right, we lost a gatherer. No, don't you do it. Don't you dare. All right. I think that's a rogue anyway, so he won't actually steal our food. He'll just try and breed with some of the females. So why don't you hop up here, gather. You can move away. You can hop back down here. And let's see, who do we have so far? So we have DF with Roduk. We have DB with Seiko and DB with Rorovan. So we don't actually have anyone who would be able to breed just yet. Are these guys? They're a little bit different, so we're not going to, well, I should have had her gather those berries, darn it. We're not going to have her, okay, let's come up here. We're not going to have we're not going to select any of them just yet. That's the, oh, that's a friendly Berryuna. That might, well, I don't know that we really want to breed with any of them, though. Let's see here. Let's move out of this nest. Let's look down here. Oh, yeah, we can combine some of these lines, too, remember? So, FD, KC, KC. Okay, FD. And here we go. Actually, I don't really want to choose breeding pairs just yet because these guys are still quite young. So what we're really looking for is someone who can be more gatherers. So, well, let's actually choose breeding pairs then. FD, KC, and KC. I'm going to breed Von and, oops, I didn't need to put them all the way to yellow. We'll breed Von and we'll breed Isra. And then I think we'll breed, okay, KC, DB. Let's breed these, or, oh no, Seiko, oh, there's Seiko, DB, yes. KC, DB, we can breed those guys. And KD, so we have K and D, and then B and F. We have B, we don't have F. And so we'll probably want to make sure, oh, we do have F with Isra, okay. And then what do we have going on over here? FC, BD, these guys can actually be our next breeding pair up here. So that'll work out. And I think we should be good. So everyone else then will go ahead and become gatherers. Okay. Oh, that's where the Berryuna came from. Okay. Well, we got some food from that at least. All right, let's see. So we have breeding pair. I'm going to put our growing breeding pairs here on the port, just in case we'd have to get them out of there. We'll leave them there until they're actually ready to take their place helping out. Von Vonkier was going to breed with Seiko. We'll put them over here. And then these two we're going to breed, right? Roku and Meme here. Okay, let's see. So everybody else then is going to be the Omegas. And their job basically will be to continue to make sure that food is coming in. So Roduk is not one. And we have the F gene still, right? We do, okay. So Roduk will be an Omega. And he can start right here by gathering from this cactus. Rorovan will also be an Omega. And there we go. He'll go on Omega as well. He can step out this way. We'll make sure we're gathering from here. Make sure... Okay, we had them gather. That's good. Because I wanted to make sure we weren't going to lose food. These guys can start moving this way. And do we have any fire starting across the island yet? Okay, so that'll be fine. And let's see. Let's pop up here, breed, and then I'm going to have him pop up here real fast and just gather. We'll continue to make sure that we're getting enough food, and then we'll gather here. Go here, gather here. So these guys are all going to be just automatically Omegas. And we're basically, what we need to do is we need to produce enough Omegas to have the spread that we need to gather enough food. So let's go ahead and start a new day. All right. Move off here. Move off here. Go up here, gather, breed. And then we'll make sure we're gathering here. I'm going to have these guys kind of take a look at things and just make sure that They're protecting the area. And let's come back down here. You can gather here. We'll move you over here. And we're going to have you continue cactus collecting. Is there another cactus nearby? We can go to this cactus and collect from here. And these guys are on the ports. These guys are going to be on the ports until they grow up. And maybe we'll move... Maybe what we'll do is we'll actually move our breeding pairs. And we can put her here. We can breed them. And these guys can protect the babies for now. And we'll move our breeding pairs out that way. And keep the, we'll start moving them away. And then we'll keep the, maybe we'll bring the newer breeding pairs out to where the old ones are. So actually we probably should bring those guys back. These guys I'm going to move up just a little bit. They can't actually gather, but I kind of want them to be in a better location. So that's probably actually a really good way of doing things, is to put the new breeding pairs where the old ones have been, and then to move the old ones further out, and that'll enable us to expand our territory a little bit more. And that should be a good way of doing things, I think. And that way we'll keep everybody who might possibly need to get out close to the ports, just in case things go wrong. So anyway, though, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap up this episode here for today. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. But until then, this is Jay, over and out.